The market is not having a great time. Most things are down. The question is there potential opportunity here somewhere? Maybe even in the very risk-on assets that have been sold off the most. Let's have a look at Fartcoin. Let's have a look at the relative valuation charts. Let's also have a look at the on-chain data, the data most people are not considering. Because it seems like there's still some interest in the token. People are still searching for Fartcoin. And that's probably justified because Fartcoin is the largest of the pump.fun ecosystem tokens. It's got a market cap of 276 million. But that doesn't mean that there's no more upside potential. Because have a look at all the meme coins on the Solana chain in general. With a 3x, Fartcoin would get close to Pudgy Penguins. With a 5 to 6x, it would get close to Trump. Now, I always like to look at relative valuations because when Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, when they are going up, then most altcoins go up as well. When the crypto market is going down, then most altcoins go down as well. So really, when we buy an altcoin, we're taking on additional risk on top of just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. That additional risk needs to get compensated. We need to expect more return compared to the major cryptocurrencies. Now, Fartcoin is listed on the Solana chain. It's traded over there. So a comparison to Solana makes more sense. Some of the liquidity is even bound directly to Solana. And so this is the Fartcoin price relative to the Solana price. Over the very long term, Fartcoin did outperform Solana. That's by 1,250%. So yes, if you were an early investor in Fartcoin, you did get that additional risk compensated. However, in the last year, we tend to trade in a range. From the bottom to the top of that range, we have an outperformance of more than 450%. And it appears as if we are bouncing off that support again. And that's the potential opportunity. Fartcoin could go up by another 300% versus Solana. The attention on Solana is still comparatively small, as in the number of first-time traders is not going up in the last month. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, then feel free to give it a like. It will help to spread the word. It will tell the algorithm to show the video to more people. Thank you very much. The trading volume on the chain measured in US dollars also tends to go down. But have a look at who's trading Fartcoin recently. It's mainly the bigger players. Small retail isn't trading Fartcoin that actively on Solana anymore. And so what might be going on is that it's the whales that are now buying up Fartcoin at a lower price, speculating on a recovery, while most retail investors are still sleeping on that opportunity. Have a look at the number of small, medium-sized and large investors over time. So here are the minimum holding thresholds in tokens to be counted in each of those charts. Those thresholds correspond to roughly $1,000, $10,000 and $100,000. It seems like the whales, the biggest investors, they have been buying in the last 2 weeks. The small retail investor didn't buy as much. Now, there's not just the spot trading directly on chain, right? We've also got the perpetual futures trading. This is the levered bets on the price. And there was an event on October 10th. Most altcoins got completely hammered on that day. You might remember the flash crash. There was a lot of liquidations, long liquidations on Fartcoin on that day. 170 million worth of longs lost all their money. The funding rate briefly turned negative and the open interest, so the amounts of bets on Fartcoin, moved from 600 million down to 200 million. So 2/3 of perpetual futures traders got completely wiped out. And since then, we haven't seen the amounts of bets go up anymore. And that's again a potential opportunity because there is some correlation between open interest and the price. When open interest is low, the price tends to be low. When open interest goes up again, then the price tends to also go in line with that. Fartcoin is one of the few altcoins that have already hit the bottom of that flash crash. So here's October 10th. We have already come to that price low and we might be bouncing off and recover from here. Have a look at the others market cap. So that's now your average altcoin that has not yet hit that potential support. The altcoin market as a whole could potentially fall another 25%. Trading volume on the perpetual futures for Fartcoin is also comparatively low. And again, there is correlation between the price and the trading volume. And so the nice thing about this potential trade is that we can set a relatively tight stop loss. If we fall below that support, we simply just close the position. We simply just give up. But if we don't fall below, then the upside is quite high. What is the potential risk? The answer is something between 27, maybe 35%. And that relates to potential upside, again, of more than 300%. Of course, let's not forget that the general market is still very bearish. I expect that the market will continue to go down from here. But if you're looking for a very risky bet and you want to speculate on a bounce, then Fartcoin might be the right asset. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish this regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube or see you in Premium. A link to Premium pops up here on the screen. Just click on that. It will show you more details. It will show you all the trades that I personally do as well. See you next time and thanks for watching. Cheers.